Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to episode 2 of the VibeCast with Brent Pella. This week, we got a fun guest, my buddy Andrew Orolfo. Super funny comedian. Used to be up in the Bay. Now he's down in L.A. He's hilarious. He just taped a set for Comedy Central. He's a chill bro. We chilled. We vibe, you know? We talked about his come up in comedy. Some crazy stories about his last relationship and a whole bunch of other fun stuff, man. Follow him at Andrew Orolfo on Instagram and everywhere else. This episode is brought to you by Nootopia from Bioptimizers. It's their new customizable nootropic package supplement program that can help you achieve any goal you want with your fun little brain you got in your head. Whether it's creativity or you're suffering from a lot of mental fog, procrastination, whatever it is, you want to sleep better, relax more, have more energy, be more upbeat, try Nootopia. They can give you a customized package based on your goals, and there's a 365-day money-back guarantee. Go to nootopia.com/Brent to find out more and treat your brain right. All right. I got shows coming up. BrentPella.com/shows. Big tour announcement coming in April. I love y'all very much. Enjoy this episode with Andrew Orolfo. There we go, dude. We're in.
Dude.
Now we're vibing.
Are we in?
Yeah, bro.
We're in the Matrix?
We're in the Matrix. We're always in the Matrix.
Looks like? It looks
do you
the
think
same.
do you think we live in a simulation?
I don't think too much into that.
Ooh.
At
they
all.
programmed you to be chill.
I think it'd be fun.
Would it be fun to like find out?
If it was a simulation, if you're controlling my life right now, can you do a little bit better? Please? That'd be nice.
I have a couple of requests. I have a few requests. I don't know if I would want to know if it's a simulation or not.
Yeah,
I think just like not knowing is part of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. But I'm open to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I wouldn't if we found out in like whatever years that it was. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a video game guy? Do you play video games?
Yeah. Now, now. I kind of got into it heavy like during the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that your thing?
I didn't play video games at all. Like, I think my last system was a PS2.
Wow.
And I didn't play any video games.
That's like ancient, bro.
I know.
Damn.
I think I was...
Is that the mid-2010s? The early 2010s?
PS2? No, that was like...
When was that?
I think that was like 2000...
2000s?
2000s.
Wow.
Maybe 2000... Yeah, 2003,
See, I don't know. I've never
4?
been a gamer. Video games to me were always like, okay, yeah, I'll play football so that somebody can get a quick win.
Mm-hmm.
And I just lost every time.
Oh,
okay. It was always either Madden or NBA 2K.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what all my friends played.
Yeah.
And I would literally do it just to be cool.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, no, I got you. I wouldn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah. No, I wasn't that heavy into video. I played Tony Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my main thing. And then Super Smash Bros. On the GameCube. And then I just didn't get a system. I never asked for one or didn't really care for video games until pandemic. My roommate got a whole PC set up. And I was like, that looks like
really
fun.
And so you just dove in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing a lot of games now? Like all the modern type games like Call of Duty and everything that's like popping?
Not so much Call of Duty. I play some weird, obscure games because I'm not good at video. I didn't play video games for years, so I'm not. I don't have that game sense.
Yeah, dude, Morgan was like addicted to that shit.
Oh yeah, I play with Morgan sometimes.
He plays so much.
Yeah.
And when I lived with him, Morgan J, for everybody who doesn't know, he played so much and so often that he would like have to go on these like sober binges for like a week or two at a time where he would just say like no video games. And I think it was like becoming a problem. People get really fucking addicted to that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
people get really into it.
I don't think like I'm addicted.
Yeah.
But, I got a PC set up, started playing some weird games, but now I only play like really like one or two games, and it's only like once or twice a week. And now the PC is basically just do work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad. How was the Comedy Central taping?
That was incredible.
Was it dope?
It was so much fun.
That looks so cool, dude. I was so happy.
Thank you.
I had a bunch of friends that did that.
Yeah.
A couple of you guys, like the homies. It was so cool to see the homies like do something cool.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was the easiest taping I've done so far.
Nice.
Just because they didn't really, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't even ask what I was gonna say.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't ask at all. They didn't want to see a set or anything.
They didn't screen anything.
What?
We didn't. I don't even think we sent them a clip. They were just like,
No way. Wait, you didn't even submit? So they didn't know what it was gonna like be from you. They just knew that you're funny and they wanted you.
yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, it was.
That's the dream booking.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Well, because it's Comedy Central, so you could do whatever you kind of
Yeah,
want, and it's on YouTube, so it's not like there's no restrictions.
Yeah. Just
But
don't
they-
talk about politics.
Yeah, they did say, they didn't say don't talk about politics. I think in the email it was like don't. Yeah, it was like don't say anything like racist. That was or like
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Just like don't be or say anything.
Don't be a dick.
hurtful or whatever. But yeah, it was just so fun. It was just like the easiest thing ever. It was literally like I just showed up and it was just like a showcase.
Wow.
Ran smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone did whatever time they wanted to do, and then we were just out. It was so quick.
Amazing. How much time did you do on the show?
I think my clip ended up being 8:50.
Okay.
And I think I did 9 because they cut out the end part of literally like the last punchline.
Oh, no, really? Your closer?
No, it was kind of like a tag riff
Oh, okay.
at the end.
Yeah.
So it didn't need to be there.
Okay. So, but you didn't like miss anything from them cutting it out? All right.
No,
That's
not at
cool.
all.
How many times did you do the set? Twice for the taping or just
No,
once?
just one.
Just
One and
one?
done. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Where was it?
The Knitting Factory
In
Brooklyn.
New York? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, everybody smashed. It was so fun.
Dude, amazing. And that's so cool. Is that your first like kind of not TV thing, but Comedy Central thing? Because didn't you do Corden?
I did.
Yeah. So with Corden, all right. So here's what I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm.
You did 5 for Corden. You do 8-ish for Comedy Central.
Mm-hmm.
That 13 minutes. Do you ever do that in your act anymore, or do you burn it?
I kind of burned it.
You kind of burned it.
Kind of like if I'm doing like an hour,
Mm-hmm.
because some of those jokes go with other jokes that haven't been taped.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing an hour, I'll definitely do them. But around town or whatever, like if I'm only doing like 10, 15, 20 minute spots, I won't do those.
Yeah, you won't do those. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's dope. Right on, dude. Hell yeah. All right, so tell me where you started. You started in the Bay.
I did. And I listened to Dawood's episode right
Did you?
before this.
Okay,
cool.
cool.
I got some shit to say
Fuck
about that
yeah,
man.
you do.
No. No, but
We went in on the Bay a little
You
bit.
did.
Yeah.
I listened to the whole thing. It was great.
Yeah.
But it was so funny the way when he was talking about the grill.
Yeah.
He made it seem like it was some random dude that he met. It was like my best friend. Oh. Yeah, I was like, how you gonna? It's like it's my best friend who told you where to go. Right. Yeah.
Oh shit, he does pop with that grill though, dude. That grill is kind of tight. I don't see any other comic with a grill on stage.
I know. It's nice. It's cool. He lost it.
Did he?
Yeah.
How do you lose a grill? You just throw up?
No, I think dude, that's
have
grills
the hiccups
fall out.
really bad. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he takes it out to eat.
Yeah.
And I think it just like fell out of his pocket one time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
It's such a waste of $27. Did you come up with Dawood when you guys were first starting? Did you know each other?
Yeah. We did a few open mics together. Not together, but I seen him. And then I think I was like a year, not even a year into college, maybe like 3 or 4 months when I got asked to do a show at the Comedy Store, Bringer show.
Yeah, dude.
Imagine 4 months. I got
a Bringer show story for you after this. Go ahead.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I don't remember who produced it, honestly. It was such a long time ago. And then he was on it. So I technically met Dawood in LA and was like, wait, I think I've seen you at open mics in the Bay Area. He's like, yeah, I'm Dawood. And then when we got back, we hung out every time. Like,
oh, cool. You
day.
just became friends. Nice. That's dope. Yeah, dude, the Bringer shows, I guess it's just a rite of passage, right? There's not really like a way around it when you're first starting. Because you need the stage time so much. You'll do any show you can.
Right.
And then there's these producers that'll hook you in and be like, yo, I'll give you time on this show. All you got to do is bring 12 people.
Yeah.
You know? And so I got one of those. I got a bunch of those when I was starting off.
Same.
A lot of emails that would be from some random person saying, main room at the Comedy Store, like 8 p.m. on a Tuesday, prime time.
Yeah.
And so I did one. I signed up for one. And these motherfuckers asked me every single day for the 2 weeks leading up to the show, how many people are you bringing? What are their names? What are their names?
Yeah.
What are their names? How many people? What are their names? I was giving them fake names.
Nice.
I was just like, yeah, no, it's Ryan Saffelden and
that's smart.
Kenji Blastinen and whatever. Yeah. And I'll just give them these fake ass names. I think I built it up to like 11.
Yeah.
Because I figured, it's the Comedy Store. It's going to be packed anyways. They're probably not even going to check on my guest list.
What if one time those people showed up? Like, what?
Right? Those exact people.
Hey.
Kenji. And so I go and I walk in. I'm like a half hour early for the show. And I walk in to check in. And I tell the guy my name. And he's like, what is it? And I was like, Brent. And he looks at his whole list of comics, which is 2 pages long. There's like 30 comics on the list. Ugh. And he goes, I'm not seeing your name here. Or have your guests arrived? And I was like, oh, no, I don't know if they're going to come. A couple of them bailed, thinking it was like whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, wait, so how many people do you have coming? And I knew for sure my roommate and her friend were coming. So I said, well, I'm definitely going to have at least 2. And there might be more people after that. And he was like, I don't know if I could put you up with 2 people. Damn. And I was like, what? In my mind, I was like, what? What? Did I just ruin my chance at Hollywood? Am I getting kicked out of town already?
Yeah.
And so he said, just stick around. I'll put you up toward the end. Dude, no joke, 3.5 hours of comedians just like me, brand new people, with a random pop in from like an Ian Edwards or like whoever else was hanging around at the time. And finally I went up. There were like 16 people in the crowd. My roommate and her friend, bless their souls, were still sitting there waiting for me. And I went up and I did my like fun little 5 minutes. And that was like my introduction to like comedy kind of in LA. 'Cause I must have been within my first like 2 months of doing shit out here. But I went from being like terrified at the beginning to being like scared and pissed off at the guy for not putting me up to being like embarrassed that I actually didn't bring people and did everybody bring 12 people. And it was just a nightmare. But it was one of those things that, I mean, I guess for better or worse, it taught me not to do bringer shows anymore. You know?
Yeah. I did so many of those.
Yeah.
I did so many.
There's a lot.
Just well, I
mean, there's a whole comedy club devoted to them.
Yeah.
We don't have to name names, but
you started here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
You didn't have. I had been doing comedy like maybe like 6 or 7 years before I started coming to LA, and I think it took like 6 or 7 visits for me to not have like anxiety and like shit my pants every time I come here. I feel small.
Oh, dude, absolutely, 100%. I still do. I still shit my pants. I was at the Improv the other night. I shit my pants. I was in the back. You know who came up to me was do you know Brian Vokey?
Yeah.
He was hosting. He's hilarious. I love Brian. He came up to me after his set, and we were hanging out like in the wing. And he was standing there in that, there's a skinny space between the sound booth and like the seating at the Hollywood Improv in the main room. There's like just a skinny walkway. Yeah. And he's standing there and I'm like behind the sound guy. So I've got like room to breathe, but he's kind of in the walkway. And there's somebody trying to get seated, coming one way, and then from the opposite way, somebody trying to exit, and he's right in the middle, and he did that like little awkward like shuffle thing where you turn your body. And I noticed it, and I didn't think anything of it. And then he came up to me after, and he was like, "Dude, Brent, I've had one goal in comedy since I started, and that's to not be in the way. I'm still in the fucking way." Dude. So shout out to Brian. We're all in the way.
I mean, that happens though. That happened to me last night, and I was hosting at the Punchline. Yeah. Like like you've been to the Punchline.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. I mean, the little staircase to get up on stage is really tiny, and the stage isn't too big. And then the comic that was I was hosting the comic that was coming off. We did the left, right. Ah! And then and then it was just so awkward that we just like took a second and we just didn't even look at each other and we just hugged. Because we didn't know, we knew that there was nothing else we could do to save it, but just hug.
Those types of situations that like regular humans get into, I feel like they're more for us because we're already like so vulnerable. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like we're already emotional as fuck. We're already dedicating our lives to demanding people's attention and money at the same time, and like speaking our hearts and soul. And then when we get into these tiny little awkward moments, it's like heightened for us.
Yeah, and honestly. that hug was probably the most vulnerable I've ever been on stage in my life. That was probably the most honest me of anything I've ever said on stage.
Yeah, dude.
That was the most honest.
That was you. that was your true authentic self.
That
bro.
hug.
That was
that
your true
hug.
authentic self. Yeah, it's funny, man, and that shit never ends. That like weird feeling of like wanting to be, I don't know. I guess maybe accepted is like the wrong thing. Is this one mine? Yeah, that one's mine.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. Oh, good levels. Good
Okay,
levels.
There we are.
Who am I, young Jamie? So, yeah, man, it was starting in LA was weird. It was weird. It was hard. For me though. I played sports my whole life and basketball in college, so I kind of had that like competitive sense already.
Sure.
But I saw a lot of people who kind of didn't have that competitive sense. They would just get like jaded and angry and spiteful and not. Mm-hmm. It didn't look like they were having any fun. Yeah. At any type of open mic.
Yeah. I mean, that just happens.
It just happens, yeah.
So much.
When you do it so much and maybe you feel like put down because there's so many other people doing it rather than feeling like motivated because there's so many other people doing it.
Right.
Just different ways of looking at it.
I still enjoy comedy so much.
Yeah.
Like, I love watching you. I love watching all our friends.
Oh, it's so fun to watch our friends.
Yeah.
It's great. So what was your journey like starting? Like, how did you start? At your very first couple of times, what was the motivating factor to actually get on stage?
So it was kind of like a grip of things. I was in community college for acting, and I knew I wanted to be in like the entertainment space. I didn't know if that was going to be acting, improv, because I did a little bit of improv. I was majoring in theater, and I had thought about doing stand-up, but my manager at I used to work at a skate shop.
Oh, cool.
And the manager at the shop was like, hey, I did stand-up in San Diego right before I moved here to work here. I'm going to start doing it here. Does everybody here want to go and do it with him? So it was kind of like a group thing.
So the skate shop manager said that?
Yeah.
He like posed the question and the invite?
Yeah.
Wow, okay,
and then
cool.
he was like, you guys want to come and get on stage with me? Not with him, but like, let's all go.
Yeah.
So I think there was like 4 or 5 of us of just like these
employees at the skate shop.
Yeah, employees.
Hilarious.
Just right after our shift, we all got off and we went to someone's house, wrote for like maybe an hour or 2, and then went to Tommy T's.
Wow. Yeah.
In the East Bay, and yeah, we all went up. I don't think it probably didn't go as well as I thought it did at the time. Like, looking back, obviously it was trash, but it was enough for me to be like, oh, this is kind of fun.
So when he asked you, had you ever been a comedy fan before that?
No, I don't think I watched any comedy.
So that's so random.
Yeah.
Why'd you say yes to him when he invited you to go do the open mic? Was it like a fuck it, see what happened thing?
I think so. And I knew it was like, the only reference I had to stand up was Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Because he was like so big at that. Well, he's still fucking huge right now, but at that time he was like my only exposure to stand up. And maybe I think I watched a clip of Pablo Francisco.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, I can't do that one. I can't do noises like that, so I'll just do that one. And then I tried doing whatever he did, just tell stories that didn't make sense, had no punchlines or whatever, but that's what I thought it was. And then and then after that, that's when I started doing research. Got on Pandora, put on Kevin Hart, and then Kevin Hart led me to like, I think like Hannibal popped up on his station, and then I started listening to Hannibal, and then I think Pete Holmes popped up after that, and then that's where I found.
That's where it started to balloon.
Yeah, that's a style that I liked.
Cool.
So I followed that.
Cool.
And then now we're here.
Damn. That's so cool. The manager. How did everybody else do? Did anybody else from that first night end up continuing to do comedy at all?
No.
None of them.
No. The manager did. I think you might know him.
Who?
Dan Myers.
Why does it sound
he
familiar?
ran that show in a bowling alley in like in the Bay Area, and it was like
Dan
a pretty
Myers.
poppin' show for a while because it was like the only show in that area, and it was like really good. I feel like you might have done that show.
MEY?
MIRES.
Oh, I recognize him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's still doing it.
Is he?
Clayton Valley Bowl comedy.
Yeah.
Free show in the lounge. 500 Clayton Road in Concord. Hell yeah, dude.
Wednesdays.
Everybody go.
Yeah.
Everybody go.
He doesn't do it anymore, but I think he still runs the show.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yeah, man. You know, it's interesting to hear how people start, especially people that actually continue doing it, like as a career.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have how long did you work at the skate shop when you were doing comedy? Like, did you have a day job for the first act of your experience?
I had so many first acts.
Yeah.
I quit.
Did you ever quit?
I quit thinking that I was gonna, so I was doing comedy for like 3 years while I worked at the skate shop.
Yeah.
And I was producing these bringers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ended up being like
Damn,
the
son.
bringer guy, but like I wasn't the.
You weren't the shitty bringer guy.
No, well, I wasn't really the bringer guy. I was like a recruiter for the bringer guy.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I was a piece of shit. Yeah, so I do that, and I was making like decent money for like maybe 6 months, and I was like, I probably could do this, and so I quit the skate shop.
No way.
Yeah.
To produce these shows full time.
To produce these shows.
Wow.
And that lasted maybe like a month.
Yeah.
Or two. I always do that though. Like I always
shit.
think I'm doing better than I am.
Yeah,
And then I'm just like, fuck. Like I gotta tell you about like my first job, dude.
What was it?
So technically, it wasn't really a job. So I think you and Doug talked about like the hyphy movement. Right?
Yeah, love the hyphy movement.
Do you remember Slap in the Trunk? Those albums, they were like compilation albums of like Mac Dre.
Yeah. They were like mixtape style shit. Yeah,
but they went to volume it was like now this music for the Bay Area.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So I knew somehow. So the producer of that ran a clothing store in Berkeley, and I don't know. It was just like one of those things where I was like a kid that used to always go to that store and just like kick it. And like my friends would kick it there, and it was just like, you're just like a little kid, and the owner saw, like, me and the owner got along well, and he produced those mixtapes or those compilation albums. Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know why he did this for me, but he would take me to his warehouse or like the supply place of the store, and it was like the supply place of like a lot of stores. So what he'd do is he'd give me, I don't know if they were fake. I think they were fake, but a lot of like designer jeans. I had like so he'd give me stacks. Wow. Of like True Religion, like Coogee, Avisu. At the time, Red Monkey was pretty poppin'. LRG, Diamond. I think the Diamond and the LRG were real because that wasn't like hard to obtain.
Yeah.
And he'd give me those, and he'd front me them at like the cost or like whatever cost that he'd get it for, and I would have in the trunk of my car, because I grew up in Oakland and then moved to Concord, and that's where I spent like my teenage years in Concord. And the school that I went to was pretty white, but also like very diverse. Because it was like my school was like people coming in from Pittsburgh, Concord, right, and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'd have all these designer jeans in the back of my trunk, and I just sell them to students.
What?
Yeah, and staff.
What was your profit margin? Like, did you get a cut? Did he give you a percentage?
So he'd give me all the jeans and be like, just give me X amount of money.
Oh, so you could sell them for anything you want.
So I could sell them for anything I want. Wow. So it'd usually be like, give me like 200, and then I'll give you. Like,
where would he get the jeans? Do we know?
At some warehouse. I don't even
just
remember.
Some warehouse.
I remember I was in his car.
Oh my God.
I remember I didn't ask questions.
How old were you at the time?
15, 16.
Wow.
Oh, no.
High school?
It had to be 16, 17, because I got my license at 16, and that's when I started doing
it. Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
You're hustling pants.
Yeah. And I had jeans, and then I ended up moving up to jeans and shirts. And then I ended up moving up to also chains and little like earrings.
What?
Yeah, but
So
they
you
were all
were
fake.
running.
They were all fake.
They were all fake, right? So
They
you
were
were
all like
you were
the
running
goofy,
a
hyphy shit, you know?
mall kiosk out of the back
out
of
of
your
the back
car.
of my car, and I'd sell it to students, like rich, like white kids.
Yeah.
And staff.
Staff.
Because there was like hood ass janitors there.
No way.
Yeah, and then I'd plug them jeans, and because me and them were hella cool.
And did they all know that they were fake?
I mean, no, I sold them for so cheap. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
They
looked real. Like no one back
right,
then.
Right.
No one could.
What
no
about
one
your
really
boys?
cared.
Did your boys ever cop anything from you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I would jug them all the time. Like they'd get the plug.
Yeah. What? How long did this last? And how good was the money?
It was great. It was actually so great because that was like peak. I don't know. It was like the second wave because there was obviously like the 80s and early 90s hyphy movement, but then there was like our hyphy movement was which was like colorful and
high energy.
So for a good I think I did it for about like 2 years or like my whole high school like time. So I think sophomore and junior. I don't think I did that much senior year, but sophomore junior year, I did it like a lot.
Wow.
And it was just like all colorful stuff, like fake babes. And
you
like
never
that.
got in trouble? Teachers never like told you to stop, or you never got called in because you were selling shit at school? No. That's crazy.
I mean, what are they? I mean,
I guess not. I guess it's not like illegal.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
It probably is illegal.
Probably. I remember kids in junior high were selling candy. That was a big thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that? Where kids selling candy? Like kids would. It was. I definitely didn't grow up in the hood.
Yeah.
But there were hoods in Davis.
Yeah, sure.
And a lot of people from those neighborhoods would bring like these big ass duffel bags full of candy.
Yeah.
And just sell, Starburst for $1. Or like M&Ms for $2, and like we would all buy candy from these kids. It was such a hustle, but they would walk home with a stack of money.
Yeah, I don't know if we didn't have that because like our the middle school I went to and high school had candy vending machines. So
shit, that's tight as fuck. That's pretty.
Yeah,
tight.
we had like we had Coca-Cola, like we had Mountain Mike's Pizza, and they had there at one time.
It's better to be dealing jeans than it is drugs. I guess.
I think it was just. People found it like silly.
Yeah.
And, like I'm not hurting anybody. And,
no.
Like I'm not. I mean, maybe the pants were stolen.
Right.
Maybe they were
that's
dirty.
Wild.
But
how many years did this last? That you were a pants hustler?
So I started, I think, end of my sophomore year, and then to end of junior, like right before senior year.
Yeah.
And it was like decent. It was like decent amount of money to where I was able to get my own cell phone plan.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Were your parents cool with this?
Yeah, they thought it was. They thought
really.
Yeah, they didn't.
That's
care.
so dope.
Yeah, I went with
my
mom
God.
to T-Mobile. I remember. I had a stack, and then I just handed it to my mom. I was like, "Hey, can you get me a phone plan?"
Yeah.
But like my own phone plan because I couldn't do it.
You're too young.
Yeah, so she had to do it, and I remember we were always Sprint, but I wanted T-Mobile because T-Mobile had the Sidekick. Remember that one?
Hell yeah.
And I really wanted that one really bad, and I got one of those to where like I remember it was the.
You were so cool, dude. People with sidekicks were so cool.
Yeah,
that was a shit.
Yeah, because I had the Sidekick, but I also had the one where you could change the colors of the case. And stuff
oh
like
yeah,
that.
the switchable thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then I had a lanyard, and I just wore my Sidekick around my neck during school. I used to think that was so
hilarious,
fucking cool.
Dude.
Yeah,
Damn.
That's how I made money for a minute, and then that went away, and then my cell phone plan went away too.
All right, so you could do comedy. You knew how to hustle from day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could figure it out.
Yeah.
That's fun. What did you do after high school? Did you go to college?
So I went to community college, and was majoring in theater, and then I transferred to San Francisco State. I got in technically. I got acceptance letter, and I enrolled in classes, and then I just ended up.
And then you tried to pay tuition with G-Star jeans, and fake chains. They were like, "Nah, son, this is you can't do this."
One time, I used to get so many traffic tickets in high school because I used to do like donuts and stuff like that, and I was horrible with cars. I had a ticket for like something reckless, and it was 125 hours of community service. Yeah. But what I did was I went to one of the janitors at the school, and I was like, bro, if I give you I'll give you like 5 pairs of jeans for free. Can you just sign this off?
No way.
And he did it. Yeah.
That's badass, dude. Yeah. That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
You're a fucking hustler, dude. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So that was in high school though. So you got into San Francisco State.
Oh, and then at that same time I started doing stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going in as a junior for theater, but then I was doing stand up every night. So I was like, which one do I want to focus on?
Why not both?
I'm not intelligent. Like I'm so like
you're intelligent.
No.
You're a smart dude.
No.
You made a profit on fake jeans.
No. But I knew I have such bad ADD and like whatever that I knew I couldn't focus on both. Like
okay.
Like I would either all I knew was if I did both, I would definitely fail.
At one
college, not one college.
At college for sure.
For sure. Just
Got
because
it.
stand up was so much fun.
Got it.
That was always going to be on my mind. And then number 2 would be school.
Yeah.
So I got my acceptance letter, and then I like showed my mom, and my mom was happy. And I was like, see, I could do it. And then I was just like, but I'm not going to. But I proved to her like I could have probably done it. And then I was like, I'll go do stand up. And then
what was her reaction to that?
She didn't care.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Pops?
He didn't care either. Because my parents got divorced at like a weird time.
How old were you?
Like 13.
Okay, I was 4 when my parents got divorced.
Okay. Yeah. I was
that's probably easier to deal with than 13.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I didn't care.
Oh, you didn't care?
I didn't
care
then
that's great.
I didn't care at all.
When you're 4, you can't really care. You don't have the ability to care.
Right.
You know.
But you think at like 13, that's like when you.
Oh, I think you'd be fucked.
You definitely care.
Yeah.
But the thing was, my dad was gone a lot already and working. I do a bit about it, but he was gone a lot and working, and we didn't hang out like at all throughout my childhood, like maybe a few times. So there was no emotional attachment there.
Got it.
So when the bit goes, my parents got divorced when I was 12, and then when I was 15, I found out. Just because.
Yeah.
Because he was gone already.
He was already gone. Yeah.
When my mom was like,
sense.
"Oh, we got divorced," I was like, "Oh yeah, oh okay, sure,
for sure."
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bet.
I guess he's
all right.
He's
so
been
he's
gone
still at work.
anyway.
Sure.
So after that, I think they felt bad. So they just let me kind of.
So they wanted to support whatever the new thing was.
They let me express myself. I did a lot of art and whatever.
Cool.
In high school and stuff like that.
But so but majoring in theater is pretty cool because you had ambitions to act.
Yeah.
Do you still?
I mean, I'm doing self-tapes and stuff like that.
Oh, great. Okay, dope. Yeah, right on.
Took a few classes out here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because some stand-ups are so stand-up only oriented that they don't want to do any self-tapes or anything.
Oh, yeah. They're fun.
But that's great. You're great.
Fun,
yeah. So you didn't take San Francisco State. You dove into the stand-up scene in the Bay. You're still living at home. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Were you working?
Kinda.
Did you still like do a day job type stuff?
I don't think I was living out. For the first few years, I was actually living with an ex.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Right when I started doing comedy, I met a woman. I think I started comedy when I was 21, and that's when I also met this girl who was 27.
21 to 27.
Yeah, or she might have been 26.
Right on.
Either way, she was older for sure because she had a career.
What was her career?
She took blood.
Oh, she like vampire style or like for doctors?
Doctors.
Like legally she took it?
Yeah.
Or she like stole it from a blood bank?
Yeah,
like,
some warehouse that some
hustled
guy
that shit. Yeah.
who has a mixtape. No, yeah, she's a phlebotomist.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and we met at a party, mutual friend, and we like hung out 1 or 2 times, and she asked me to move in with her.
What?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, so I think I knew her for about 2 weeks.
That wasn't a red flag? That was like okay. How did you feel when she asked you that?
Oh, I felt like I was 21 living with a 27-year-old.
Yeah.
That felt incredible.
Feels pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, now looking back, that's
how long
huge red flag.
How long did you know each other? Just a couple weeks?
2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Was she cool? Like chill? Or was she kind of crazy?
Very cool. Very not chill, but
yeah. Okay.
Not chill in the sense she was very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very, very cool. But she lived in Antioch. She was a little hood. But had her life together.
Cool.
In a sense.
Yeah.
She did love fighting.
Maybe she was lonely. You think she was lonely?
No, she's a strong lady.
Why did she want you to live with her so soon?
Before me, she was dating a girl for 5 years.
Wow.
So you know that whole lesbian U-Haul thing.
What was the lesbian U-Haul thing?
So U-Hauling in the lesbian community is they move quick. They move in within like days of.
Oh, really?
So that happened to me. Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But she was great. She was cool.
Right on.
She had her shit together.
How long did it last?
I think we broke up when I was 23.
Okay, so you got like 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. You lived with her for 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was weird. I like brought my dog there.
Damn.
She had like a house.
That's cool.
Her own house.
It's a whole thing.
Her own 3-bedroom house.
When you moved in, was there ever a conversation of like, all right, what's next? Like baby type shit?
Yeah.
Marriage?
Family?
Family?
That's kind of why we broke up.
Okay.
Because I had just started doing stand-up, and then I think towards the end, that was when I was like, oh, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm going out every night until like 1 a.m. And we lived in Antioch, so the city in Oakland was like 45 an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I'd get done at like midnight, I still would get home at like 1.
Yeah.
And that she was not having it because I wasn't paying rent.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's a great setup.
Yeah. I wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't
that
paying,
makes sense.
Yeah. I wasn't paying any rent.
Yeah.
She was like, I got you.
Yeah.
She was like a young sugar mama.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. And then, but then I was doing it a lot to where she was like, yo, I have my life together kind of. I want to have kids and get married soon.
And you were like,
and
well,
I was like, I'm 20.
booking a show on Tuesday, so.
And I was like 23. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I can't.
That's wild.
I can't do that. So we ended it. And the crazy thing was we didn't speak for a little bit. Then she hit me up like a few weeks later and was like, let's hang out. And then I told her, I'll quit stand up if you get back together with me.
You said that?
I did.
Were you serious?
I think so.
Did you mean it? Oh, so you were in love?
I was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And then
see, this whole time I thought it was just for the free rent. Free rent.
I mean, that was also
free
nice.
rent, free blood.
Yeah.
Chilling. That's it.
But yeah, then she and then she was like, okay, and then never talked to me ever again.
Wow.
Yeah. And still to this day I've never spoken.
Wow.
I know she's married and has kids like immediately after.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she had a kid like a year after.
Maybe that's all she needed. Maybe she just needed you to say, hey, I will commit everything to you. And then she felt fulfilled enough to.
Yeah, she kind of won that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did.
She
won that shit.
She was like, I could ruin this man's life right now.
Bury this man.
But I'm not going to do it.
Right.
And then I thought, well, thank you if you're listening to this.
You know, maybe she needed that.
Yeah. And I needed that. Crazy. You know.
Uh-huh.
And then, now we're, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't seen her or spoken to her since.
Damn. Did you ever invite her to a show or anything?
She came to the early shows, the bringer shows.
Yeah. Okay.
She was actually, she had hell friends.
Yeah,
so
nice.
She
That's a great person to bring to a bringer.
Yeah, she would always bring her
girl with a bunch of girlfriends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, she was cool. We got into a lot of fights though.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Not us.
Not you guys.
No.
Who?
She used to love fighting.
Oh, she just loved fighting.
Yeah, other people.
Other people.
Yeah. So.
What?
Yeah. Oh no, we didn't fight with each other.
You didn't fight with each other?
No, we had to fight other people.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you fucking with me?
No.
What? What does that mean?
This only happened like 2 or 3 times.
Wait, what do you mean you fought other people? Like 2-on-2 tag team type shit? What?
Yeah.
What? Explain.
So she was one of the most coolest, genuine people, but she was also like, she was hard. She was like,
sure.
She was tough.
She's from where?
She's from Antioch.
Yeah. She's from the hard side of the bay.
Yeah. So, and she's like small and just like, probably has like some sort of Napoleon complex for sure.
Sure.
And she also had a lot of friends. So, and also when you have a lot of friends, you kind of think you like can run shit.
Yeah.
When you have a lot of, when you roll deep, it's different. It's a different energy.
Yep. And
she always had friends, and they all were also down. So sometimes we go to bars, and she's like like someone would step on her shoes and she'd be like, what the fuck? Because she had a collection of J's.
Damn.
Yeah. And
so somebody bumps into her, she's gonna push him back right away.
yeah,
she's that type of
or
chick.
if someone's like, if girls are dancing in front of her and they bump into her, she's not having that.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's not having that.
That's tough. I've seen a lot of girls like that.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Which a lot of the times is just like, oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
But to her, it's like, nah, this is my space.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So she'd go off, and then sometimes there'd be a dude there, and I'd have to like handle that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is there anything specific that stands out
Yeah.
in your memory? Okay, go.
Yeah.
I need this.
Okay.
Because there's always those dudes at the club where like you bump into them and they'll like try to start some shit just for the sake of their own ego to like look cool or look. It's like, bro, I barely brushed your shoulder.
Right. Yeah.
There's no need for this.
Yeah. And I don't care at all. I mean, you know me. I'm like, I don't go above like this volume ever.
Right.
I stay here. This is where I live. Yeah. And that's how I was back then too. But I really liked this girl, so I would just like do whatever.
Would you heighten up? Would you raise the volume a little bit?
Of course, yeah.
Wow.
So the craziest time I think was we were with a bunch of people, and it was a big group. No one knew who was with each other. It was like a lot of those times when it's mostly when you're younger, when you had a lot of mutuals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you're rolling deep, but you don't know.
You're
like
not close with a lot
people.
of them. Yeah.
They're just like cousins and cousins of whatever who we're with.
Yep.
Because you just want to be deep.
Yep.
So we don't know like half the people at this club. It's someone's birthday. I don't remember, whatever. But we're leaving the club, and these people try to get in our car. And this was like before Uber. So it's not like someone mistook us for like an Uber. It's just, someone thought they were with us and they tried to get in the car, and my girl was like, no, we're not having this. Get the fuck out of here. And then the guy was like, Jesus, calm the fuck down. And then some girl that was with him stepped up and was like, hey, you don't gotta be a fucking bitch or whatever.
Like they had just made a mistake, kind of?
Yes.
Okay.
We are at fault here.
Okay. Okay.
We are pieces of shit.
Okay. All right. So what happened? The girl came up and said, hey, you don't gotta be all.
Yeah. And then that gets.
What did your girl do?
Oh, she's hype. She's
really?
She's like, yeah. This is like what she's
built for.
This is.
Oh shit.
She's a phlebotomist. She loves
deals with
blood. Loves blood. Out for blood, day and night.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then she goes off, starts fighting the girl, and then
physically fighting.
Yeah, and it's so funny because, like, if you've never been into fights before, and you're not, no matter how big you are, you're kind of at a disadvantage when someone knows how to fight.
For sure.
And the girl was like a lot bigger than my girlfriend at the time. And because like I think my girl at the time, she was only like 5'2", 5'3".
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, that's
like
Napoleon.
She was
complex.
like half white, half Hispanic lady, and she was fighting this like taller lady, and yeah, she's easily winning. And then I'm not really like fighting this guy, but I'm like on top of some guy holding him down on the ground, just like I'm on top, like he's in between me, and I'm just like, yo, like.
How did you end up in that position?
We like wrestled.
And then you got on top.
Yeah.
And you weren't like hitting him or anything like that. You were just.
I hit him a couple times.
In the face?
Yeah. But
how'd that feel?
It felt.
I've never hit someone before.
It's cool.
It feels cool?
I don't want to say it. It feels good,
Where'd you hit him? Was it a punch?
Yeah, it was like just like on the ground, just like.
Boom, boom, boom. Like a 3-piece, or how many did you give him?
Like
you give him a 3-piece? 2 or 3? In the cheeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like in the top of the head.
Top of the head.
Because I don't know.
Did it hurt your fingers?
No.
It did not hurt your fingers?
No. There's so much adrenaline.
Right. Okay.
And so I'm just like trying to just keep him. Like my whole mentality was like, just keep him at bay. I didn't say this, but in my mind I was like, dude, just chill. It'll be all over soon. She's almost done.
Yeah, that was like your energy.
Yeah, I'm just
right?
like, dude, she'll be done soon. Just let her do her thing.
Yeah.
Just stop fighting me.
Right. For sure.
Just chill.
For sure.
Just
this
chill.
is not our war.
Yeah. We can go get coffee after.
Right.
I'll buy you coffee.
Come to my show on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get you free tickets.
Some jeans.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I start getting hit in the back of the head, and it's like, because I'm on top of this dude and I can't really defend myself, like, and when you're getting hit in the back of the head, it's like horrible. Like that's why it's like illegal in fighting. You're not allowed to like hit someone because that'll like kill you.
Right.
And getting hit in the back of the head so hard that I don't feel it. Like that's how hard he was hitting me.
Oh, crazy.
Like, cause I could feel it on my head, but I can't feel pain. It just, I just know that something's hitting me really, really hard.
Oh my God.
And then I get off the guy and I'm stumbling away. And I think I'm like, oh fuck, it's this guy's friend. He has friends. Of course he has friends. And I'm almost knocked out. I'm like so close to getting knocked out. And then I hear from across the street, my friend yelling, no, 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 no. That's us. That's us. And it was my friend's cousin.
What? Jumping you?
Just saw a fight, and I think he had just got out of jail.
Oh my God, dude.
And he was just like, he just saw a fight and he was like, oh, I want to get in on that.
And his eyes glowed red and he just ran over and started
hitting me. And then it was so funny because I was so close to getting knocked out and I was holding on to like a car, like I was like, oh no, like I'm about to pass out. The dude that was hitting me picks me up and goes, I'm so sorry, bro.
Oh my God, dude.
And then I just had to hang out with this dude for the rest of the night.
Did he keep apologizing throughout the night?
Yeah, no, he was very apologetic.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Ended up being a very cool dude.
Didn't he see you the whole night leading up to that?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like a big group of just mutuals.
Oh,
and you don't
so
really
it was
know.
like y'all's first time ever being in front of each other?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
damn.
Yeah. And
bananas, dude.
That's
crazy.
Got friendly fired on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How'd your girl end up?
Fine.
She won?
Yeah, took a watch.
Okay. Took a watch. She took the other chick's watch?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
She took it like a victory token?
Yeah.
A trophy?
I think it like fell on the ground.
Oh my God, dude. That's so insane.
But it was
shit.
like, but the thing was, it since it was a lot of mutuals,
mm-hmm.
there was like a I guess like a talk or like someone communicated
kind of a truce.
Yeah, and was just like, hey, can we get the watch back? And she was like, fuck no, and I was like,
what the fuck?
Let's give the watch back. let's give the watch back. We don't need it. You don't
man.
You don't wear watches.
No,
we don't wear watches. Just give it the watch back,
dude. That sounds like a really healthy relationship you guys have. Probably could have raised some beautiful children.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah,
I've never really been in a fight. I've tried to break up fights.
In too many fights.
I've never thrown a punch ever, which I'm surprised at. Sometimes I want to. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I want to get in a fight, but I want to like in my mind, the fight is always like saving someone else, so that I end up like looking really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that.
Do you ever have those like weird fantasies?
Fantasize about that all the time.
Yeah.
At Punchline Saturday night, late show, there was a couple that came first in line for the late show, and I don't know what happened between the line and the door, but as soon as they got like about to enter the punchline, they got into the biggest argument.
The couple did?
Yeah.
Between each other?
Yeah. I guess the one thing that I heard that he kept yelling about was, you're not fucking talking to me. You're just fucking ignoring me. I have it on video.
Really?
Oh, like the end of it.
How did it escalate and end?
So they were just yelling in the front of the line in front of like everybody to where they were just like, hey, can you just like do that over there? And then they just left.
And they both left?
And they were yelling the entire time.
Holy
she was like, fuck
shit.
you. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you. And he was like,
oh, man.
Why are you talking to me like this?
Oh,
like,
no.
I took you here to just like have fun. And like,
what do you think could lead up to that? What a fucked up situation.
Oh, and I think
they must have had some shit going on.
Here's what I think was happening.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm looking back on the situation, I think he was probably not getting the attention he wanted, and she's probably just like a friend. She's friendly, and she was talking to the people in line more than him, and he was like, because he was like, you were talking to everybody else, but why can't you just like have a conversation with me? And
man, that's tough.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I followed them. I followed them
outside.
Yeah, because I mean that's you kind of want to, because I didn't know that dude. Like he was very. I mean, if you're gonna yell at somebody who you're supposedly like
in public
in front of like 100 people in line,
yeah.
I mean, that means you don't give a fuck about what's. You don't care about consequences,
right?
You know what I mean,
right?
Like you don't care what's. you're in your bubble at that moment, you know.
Yeah.
And anything can happen.
So you followed him out just to make sure
Yeah,
everything was chill?
just to make sure everything was chill.
Yeah.
And he didn't seem like he was gonna do anything, and they both they were just yelling at each other the whole time, and they were both they just both got into the car and left.
Yeah, they're probably married with kids today. Yeah, I fantasize sometimes about like seeing something like that happen, and then like the dude does something, and then I just run over there and like just beat the fuck out of him. But I'm such a little bitch, dude. Like I have like hero fantasies.
Yeah.
Some people have like these hero fantasies where they dream like, oh, okay, you know, some robber is gonna come into the grocery store right now with a gun, and I'm just gonna tackle him and like put him in a chokehold or something. Fucking, I don't even know how to do a chokehold, so I don't know what I was doing in that situation. But I the opportunity came. I was like, dude, we were at Cheesecake Factory,
right,
a couple of months ago, or maybe it was a year ago or something. And these couple of girls were at a booth nearby, and one of them started choking on her food. And I saw it happen. Yeah. And she was doing like this whole thing, like waving her hands on her face, like pointing at her throat. Right. And like she was like trying to mouth words, and she was with two other girls, and one of the girls was like, oh my god, are you choking? Is she choking? Yeah. Like, and I heard that. Yeah. And that's the moment where if you want to do some hero shit, you run over and do the Heimlich. Yeah. And then, you know.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fight her. No. I thought this was like.
No, this is one of the hero fantasies.
Okay.
And then if I'll do a fighting one next. So, you know, that's the moment where you run over, you give the Heimlich, and then you're a hero, right? Dude, I put another bite of food in my mouth, and I watched. This girl could have choked to death. Yeah. But the hesitation was like, should I do that? Is she really okay? Is there a waiter coming? Of course, a waiter came over at right around the same time, and like, sure, she ended up getting it out herself or whatever. But I was just like, damn, dude, I'm a bitch, dude. I don't know what I know
that wasn't even like
that's not even like high stakes.
Yeah, you're not even against an opponent. You're against food.
I'm against the Buffalo Blast. Yeah. You know, Brent against the Buffalo Blast. Yeah. I lost. Yeah, I lost. Luckily, she won.
Yeah, that's so fun.
But now I got to be quicker. It was interesting because, you know, people. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the people I've talked to have a lot of these like hero fantasies where like something bad happens and then you step up and save the day in some way. And I you know, if it was legit, if there was like a guy with a gun and I saw it happen, maybe I'd act in the moment if the stakes were like actually high and there was a window of action. But you never really know until you're in the situation. So hopefully this is not a good example.
Yeah, but luckily, I mean, as much as you want to be a hero, it's like it's kind of good that you don't get into that situation.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, because that could have made it worse too.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah,
there was a fight that broke out in, oh my god, in high school. I threw a couple of parties at my house, and they were great parties. I was really good at throwing parties, but it was like one or like two a summer, and that was it. One of them. A bunch of dudes from out of town came through. You know when dudes from like a rival high school show up to try to crash the party? Yeah. It's fucked up and like there's always a fight brewing or something. Yeah. And so a bunch of these dudes came through and I wanted them out. So I called my boy Chris, who's like a big burly dude who's kind of a dickhead. He was like the cleanup guy at parties. Anybody that wasn't supposed to be there, he would be the one to kind of lead the charge and kick them out, right? Those guys. And so he was doing that and they were like refusing to leave, which is weird. When no one wants you there, why are you trying to stay there? Right. You know, that's like weird. So they obviously wanted to fight. And so we all go out into the front yard and I'm like yelling at them to get the fuck out of here. I got a bottle of like Sky vodka in my hand or something. And eventually they start backing out and I must have said something dumb like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Or like something like that. Yeah. Dude, he turns around and clocked me so fucking hard. Oh, no. I blacked out before I hit the ground. Damn. I got up and my eyes were like wide and I was trying to shake it off, but I was like spinning a little bit. And by the time I stood up fully, he was in their car and they were like whipping around to do a U-turn and leave. And I threw the bottle of Sky vodka at their car and I hit the window and it shattered.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got him on the way out.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I feel like I won that one.
Kind of. I'd say it's a tie.
It's a tie. Yeah. I definitely got rocked. Yeah. I definitely got rocked.
It's a tie.
There was that time I got rocked, and then I got rocked in college. There was a big fight that broke out between my friends and some random group of dudes that were walking by. It was literally one of those, like, what are you looking at, dude? Yeah. One of those things. Yeah. And I went up and I tried to break up these guys, and I felt a fist reach around my face and just knock me in the face.
Damn, dude.
Blindside. Total blindside. I fall to the ground. I get back up and I see this guy leaving with his friend, and he looks at me and he goes, "Sorry, bro. Oh, my bad." And that was it. He's like, "Sorry,
What the
bro.
fuck?
Shouldn't be getting involved, dude." I was like, I was trying to like separate people.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I need to take like self-defense.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
What? But fuck, I've never been a fighter, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a lover.
Yeah,
a lover.
I've never really wanted to fight, but that definitely have.
Some people just love fighting.
I know.
I don't really get what that is. Like,
I boxed a guy for because we were like frenemies.
yeah.
We were like on and off friends, and he like wanted to take my ex-girlfriend to prom, so we boxed for it.
With gloves?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
at her house.
Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool for her. She had two guys literally fighting for
I
her.
know. Yeah, I lost.
You lost.
Yeah.
If
I
you had
lost.
won, would you have taken her to prom? Like,
No,
was that the thing?
No. I don't think.
So if you won, he would not have taken her to prom.
Right.
Wow.
It's just-
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Stupid.
He agreed to that?
Yeah. But then we became like best friends.
Oh,
after
that's
that.
cool.
Like,
Right on.
I think it was one of the it was also like the two of us were like the only like hip Asian dudes
Yeah.
at the school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like there can only be one. But then it was like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
there could be two.
There could be two. Yeah, you can have two.
And we were such good
We will
friends after
allow
that.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of like the same energy, same kind of person. And
Yeah, yeah.
So there was kind of like, it was stupid, toxic shit to where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, fuck that guy. It's like, no,
No,
we should be friends.
Sure. It's us two against the world, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right on.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's
happened.
cool. What do you got coming up for comedy stuff? Are you touring? Do you have shows coming up? Is the Comedy Central
Yeah.
thing gonna help boost you? Do you think?
Yeah.
Is that like a boostable thing?
It's done a little bit.
Cool.
Like, slowly, just stacking up credits and
Yeah, hell yeah.
getting to headline like
Add it to
smaller
the
clubs.
resume. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing colleges. I think next week I'm in actually Austin, Texas. Next
What are you
week.
doing in
I'm
Austin?
doing a college, but then I'll be doing local shows right after.
Cool.
And then Houston, I'm headlining the Rec Room.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
right
fun
on.
Spot.
That's cool.
And then just a bunch of those random ones.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm trying to stack together a bunch of stuff for the summer too.
You've been really good at that.
Trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of little hustle things that you
Yeah.
can do. If you do a one-nighter or if you feature for somebody on a
Yeah.
weekend, you try to tack on a one-nighter or something like that.
Yeah, that's
And then a year later,
Smart.
like, yo, can I get a weekend now?
Yeah.
No? How about another one-nighter?
Mhm.
A year
How-
after that.
how's Wild and Out doing for you?
It's so fun, dude.
Are you
It's
getting
great.
getting
It's
to do stuff?
yeah, the credit helps with industry stuff. So I think I just started working with a manager for comedy stuff, so I
Yay.
can start pitching some shows. And whatnot.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I can finally get the show about two aliens off the ground that I really want to make, or
Two aliens?
Yeah, me and Aristotle Blake
Seen
Weber.
the sketch.
So we
So
did
it's
like
like
the
a-
documentary about two aliens.
Yeah.
So I want to make that into a series.
Okay, yeah. Do it.
These aliens. I don't want to give away the whole concept,
Sure.
but I would love to do that. And it's interesting having been independent for so long,
Mm-hmm.
and also seeing the benefit of having like industry connections.
Right.
Because with what I want to do, I don't want to be independent forever. I have friends that are independent forever and will always be independent, and that's great.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah to
Yeah.
you guys, but I want to reach the mainstream
Sure.
without like being mainstream by nature. Like the nature
Mhm.
of my stuff isn't very mainstream. I kind of take hits at everybody, and I don't really care about
Right.
politics.
Right.
That's not very mainstream. But stuff like this alien show can be kind of a conduit for all that into the mainstream and kind of bridge the gap a little bit.
Yeah.
So I like that opportunity. And then Wild and Out is cool. It kind of helped with numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just such a social media show, so I'm hoping that they could post more stuff and tag me in it,
Yeah.
because their
feel
shit
like-
is popping on social
I feel
media.
like, it's all about the tags.
Yeah,
on
that's
IG.
it, dude. That's it. Nobody's getting followers from a TV spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get it from Instagram or Facebook
Yeah.
tags.
I think so when I did Corden, I think it got me like day of or night of, next day or whatever. I think like 1.5 thousand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But then when I did the Netflix thing, that gave me like another like 1.5 thousand.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the Netflix posted my clip on IG, Just the clip,
A
not
lot.
even the whole set. Just the
Yeah,
clip.
yeah.
That was like 3K in one day.
Crazy.
It was so.
Yep.
It's all about the
Yep.
tags.
Yep, because it's immediate. It's right there.
Yeah.
People don't got to pick up their phone and open it and go to the thing and what
Yeah.
was his name and da-da-da. It's
Yeah.
just right there.
And they
click,
did-
follow.
Yeah, they didn't even have to watch the whole set. They just
Yeah.
saw like a minute, and
Yeah.
they're like, okay,
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So now it's a matter of trying to figure out, okay, how do I use this credit? Can I use it to headline clubs in like Atlanta and Alabama? Yeah, for sure. That's going to draw people in because a lot of the audience is in the South for a while now. So
I love the South.
I love the South too.
South is so
I don't get out there
fun.
enough.
So
People are so nice there, dude.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
Yeah.
I just did a 3 show run at a couple different colleges in Alabama and Tennessee and Arkansas.
Yeah.
And they're just like chill out there.
Yeah.
They're not dumb.
Yeah,
I feel like California people just think the South is full of like hillbillies that don't know anything.
Yeah. No, everybody's dumb.
Yeah.
We just sound different. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Everybody's dumb.
Everybody's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
The South is so great.
It's fun, man.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
That like the South. Do you still do colleges?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the South region fucks with me the most.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. I would like to keep going to the South. It's the food is good. The people are nice.
Everything's so close.
Everything's close. Yeah.
Like Atlanta, Alabama is like only like 2 hours.
Yeah.
so.
You can just drive anywhere you need to go.
I drove from Atlanta to South Carolina one time.
Mm-hmm. How long?
Beautiful.
How long of a drive was that?
3 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just did the Comedy Zone in South Carolina,
Ooh.
Greenville. It's cool. It's a fun time. Everything's green. It's Greenville, Greensboro, Greentown.
Oh yeah, I've been to
Bunch of shit.
Greensboro.
Yeah.
So Greenville's different.
Greenville's different.
Okay.
Yeah, still the same shade of green. But yeah, it's cool, dude. I'm excited to get back out and do a bigger like headline tour, and
Yeah.
you know, after the past couple of years of trying to stack all this like pandemic material that I can finally kind of get rid of.
You do.
I'm like sick. Are you sick of talking about this shit?
I don't talk about it.
You don't talk about it at all.
No, not
Okay.
anymore.
Not at all. At all.
Pandemic?
Yeah.
Nah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great. The way I talk about it is like in memoriam, kind of. Like I don't talk like it used to be. You know,
Like,
when you're in the middle of the shit, you kind of have to at least comment
Yeah.
about it. Now it's like, you know, it's more the outer. I don't talk about COVID or vaccines at all, but it's more like
Yeah.
the concepts that are bigger than that. Like like I just wrote this new bit about how I like to learn about stuff on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because on Twitter, you can learn about Russia in the same thread as you learn about, you know, South Africa is in the same thread. You learn about how Obama is a vampire. And then under that, somebody can put their finger up their ass for $20 and da-da-da-da.
I love that about
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah, it's
so
fantastic.
funny.
I love that shit too. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's just about the kind of the climate than it is the specific pandy, because I'm over that shit, dude.
Yeah, no, me too. I only had like a few bits about like COVID and testing, and then I put them out, and then I was like, okay, I don't have to do it every. Because now I don't know, I haven't done them in a while, but I noticed them starting to hit less.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I feel like there's a general energy that people just want to move away from that.
mm-hmm.
You know, like even it doesn't matter how far along you are on whatever the political spectrum is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like people are kind of like, let's move along.
Yeah.
Let's get over it.
Yeah.
Like my favorite coffee shop had no masks the other day, just down the street. No distancing, no mat. Nobody was wearing a mask. Everybody was inside and chilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
People were ready to live again, which is funny because there's so many people out there that thought the pandemic would never end.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They were like, no, these people are going to keep us locked up forever. This is the power grab. Da 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 da. And I don't think that is going to happen. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think when it ends, it ends. But who knows? We'll see when the next election cycle comes out if they fucking give us a new one.
Dude, I got the flu like a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the regular one. I was like, we're back. We are fucking back. I tested negative for COVID. I was like, okay.
Hell yeah.
I remember.
Influenza.
I was like, I remember you, old friend. I remember you. I missed you.
That's hilarious, dude. That's funny. Oh, shit. All right. Well, do you have any shows coming up, bro, that you want people to know about?
San Diego this weekend, 2 shows. One Friday, one Saturday. Don'tTellComedy.com for tickets.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm not advertised on there because they're secret shows, but I'm there.
Cool. Fuck yeah. We're on Instagram and website shit?
Everything is at Andrew_Orolfo. I'm almost at 10K on IG, so please help me.
Oh, let's get him there, dude.
Please.
We'll get you there.
Thank you.
We'll get you there. This will come out on Monday. We'll get you there.
Love you, bro.
Love you. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keep vibing, bro.
Yes, sir.
No more fights. Okay. Bye, everybody. And that's it. Go follow Andrew. He's a good buddy of mine. He's very, very funny. If you ever get a chance to see him live, go check him out. Thank you to our sponsors, Newtopia. That's newtopia.com/Brent for a discount. And check out brentpella.com/shows for a fun tour announcement in April. All right. I love you guys very much. Have a good week. Bye-bye.